Auto Glass Perfection is a proud sponsor of the Arizona Lacrosse League. From stone chip repair, glass replacement, to commercial fleet auto glass services, Auto Glass Perfection will meet and exceed your satisfaction. Plus, they accept all types of auto insurance. For more, go to agperfection.com. The excitement of Arizona high school lacrosse is addictive. The Arizona Lacrosse League invites you to watch, support, and play lacrosse. It's one of the fastest growing sports, and the action and excitement will keep you coming back. To join a team in your area or to find out about a game in your area, go to ArizonaLacrosseLeague.com. Austin Gray, the head coach of the third-seeded Chaparral Firebirds, getting set to take battle with the defending champions, the Desert Vista Thunder, and their head coach in his 7th year, Dan Lannon. The crowd is ready to go. Desert Vista faithful out here in record numbers as we welcome you into the Arizona Lacrosse League Division I State Championship game. We're coming to you from Arcadia High School in Phoenix. The third-seeded 13-2 Chaparral Firebirds against a team that has not lost since 2013, the number 1 seeded Desert Vista Thunder. Chaparral coming in here, a great season after missing the playoffs a year ago. Did not even play 500, but Austin Gray's team has done a sensational job turning things around, and they did so last week when they defeated the Brophy Broncos in the semifinals at Brophy 13-11. Rafael Vargas, one of the stars for Desert Vista. They're coming off an impressive win over Sal Point in the semifinals. This is a senior-laden team led by Ryan Kukulis, one of the great midfielders in league history, and they are hoping with a victory here tonight, they will be only the 3rd team in league history to repeat as Arizona Lacrosse League champions. Chaparral has returned to the field. We are ready to go. The crowd is fired up. Beautiful Arcadia High School is the site as Austin Gray, the former Chaparral Firebird player, won a state championship back in the early 2000s, going up against a man who won 3 national titles at Syracuse in Dan Lannon. Reserve your next sporting event today with APN Video Sports. Call 623-936-5585 or go to our website at apnvideo.com. Our athlete recruitment films have paved the way to over $35 million in scholarship offers. APN is Arizona's leader in sports video coverage. Auto Glass Perfection is a proud sponsor of the Arizona Lacrosse League. From stone chip repair, glass replacement, to commercial fleet auto glass services, Auto Glass Perfection will meet and exceed your satisfaction. Plus, they accept all types of auto insurance. For more, go to agperfection.com. All right, we're getting set to kick off this 2015 Arizona Lacrosse League Division I Championship. Desert Vista defending champions. And the 2 goalies, number 12 on the left, number 12, Colin Smith. Desert Vista, a senior. Number 40 is Wyatt Hill, the junior. And we're ready for the opening face-off. A great matchup of 2 of the top 3 programs, if you throw Brophy in there, in league history. Ian Nadell, probably the number 1 face-off leader in the state, and going up against Ben Callahan, and he's outstanding, and the opening face-off belongs to Desert Vista. This game is underway. He attacks, has it ripped up from behind by Gray. A tremendous job out in front of the crease. Long stick midfielder in his senior year coming up with it. Now Ian Nadell came up, tried to come up with it, had it in his cross. Desert Vista with that tough defense. A senior-laden team this year, the Thunder. But here comes Chaparral with the first clear of the contest, and Charlie Felix. Felix was 3rd on the team in points this year. And Chaparral settling in. This is the Arizona Lacrosse League State Finals Division I. The number 1 seed Desert Vista in the dark blue with the sand color striping. And, of course, Chaparral, 7-time state champions in Arizona Lacrosse League history, as Felix goes to work here. One to pull the trigger on the right hand. Had it taken away by Gannon Kupfer, another senior on that team. Outstanding job, and Kupfer will get the clear as he walks the dog across the halfway line. Chaparral coming out in the white tops and the red shorts. And we are scoreless here in the first quarter. Glad you could join us. It's a beautiful night for Arizona lacrosse action. Temperatures in the low 80s to start with. We'll be down the mid-70s. And Desert Vista will strike first, and it's Stephen Votto. Votto scores unassisted as he attacked from the right-handed wing, and at the 10:28 mark here in the first, Desert Vista leads it 1-0. Stephen Votto, a tremendous year, but he missed so many games. They played only 7 regular season games. He missed 6 during the regular season, came back in the playoffs. Here's a second win on the face-off in Desert Vista, and Ben Callahan turned it into an instant score. Desert Vista leads 2-0 as they have struck twice with lightning-like quickness. And the second score came 10 seconds after the first. So Ian Nadell will have to get it going here at faceoff. They battle out of faceoff X. Gray in there, number 35, Justin Gray. And Nadell. Ian Nadell with the faceoff win. He'll be faceoff get-off, Fogo. And coming in, the young man who had 4 goals in last week's semifinal victory over the Brophy Broncos. I'm talking about number 12, Russ Gilligan. 2-0 Desert Vista here in the first. Cade Bluen, one of the leading scorers on the team this year. They throw it away, Chaparral. An unforced turnover, and now Rafael Vargas, one of the big weapons on Dan Lannon's team. Dan Lannon in his 7th season has an 88-23 record in his 7th year. He took over a Desert Vista program that I believe had won only 2 games a year before he took it over. And they had some pretty good years under Bill Lynch, but then Lynch left, wanted to spend more time with his family, and then the 2 years after Lynch was gone, the program went downhill. That's when Dan Lannon came in, and he turned them around right away. He's been a 2-time Coach of the Year. Good physical play. Votto picks up the ground ball out of X, has an open man, and it's 20-0. Votto to Macy, the sophomore. 3-0 Desert Vista. This is our 4th face-off. And Ian Nadell, yes, face-offs even at 2 apiece. And he's going to try to clear it, but can't get it into the restraining box. Get it over to Felix, one of the fastest players on the field. And one of the primary weapons for Austin Gray, who's in his 3rd year, assisted by Connor and Kyle Klein. Dan Lannon, as we said, 7th year. Harrison Crawford, the assistant coach, with Jeff Kuhn, Cody Wood, and Eric Ho. I'll tell you, both programs have done a sensational job. It's been a historic run here for Desert Vista. They're off to a 3-0 start here in this Division I state championship game. Felix going to work. Good defense by the sophomore Basha. Work it over to Wendt. Wendt tried to go with the left hand, didn't have it there. Kukulis all over him. But check out, that was Jaden Chandran, junior defenseman. Crowd settling down now. They were making a lot of noise before the game. Chaparral, maybe their first opportunity. Carter Smith, who is dominantly left-handed, and he is being harassed on the defense. Good poke check there by truly one of the greats in league history, Cade Van Raphorst. Trying to create good defense. Carter Smith. He had a good look at it. He's had a very good career with this Chaparral team. That's been a great lacrosse family. The Smith, his older brother Spencer, who won a couple of titles with Brophy. And Carter has continued some of that lacrosse greatness over here at Chaparral. Division I state championship. Desert Vista trying to go up 4-0. Corralled by Wyatt Hill. Wyatt Hill and Carson Davis, the two goalies for Chaparral. Davis, the senior, Wyatt Hill, the junior. Wyatt Hill's been so good. They just could not keep out of the lineup. In fact, he started a lot of the games as Felix got a real good look there and a nice save by Colin Smith. 3-0 Desert Vista here in the first. Here's the buildup. Here it is, and the shot is no good as Chris Loken tried to go all the way in. Loken noted for his outstanding defense, 3-year starter for this Desert Vista team. The Wyatt Hill, outstanding job in goal, I would imagine, as this loose ball is that empty net, and Votto has scored again. He has 3 points, 2 goals, 1 assist. And a monumental mistake right there by the Chaparral Firebirds, just giving the Desert Vista Thunder their 4th uncontested goal of the game. 5th faceoff. Chaps won 3 straight. Outstanding play by Justin Gray. He wants to take it all the way. I think Gray is going to have to, give his offense some points here if they're going to compete, as Carter Smith takes a shot and cannot come up with it. So a 4-0 Desert Vista lead we're in the first. Cade Bluen, one of the top scorers this year, only a sophomore, 42 points. The stats that we have for these teams do not include what they did in the postseason. Here's Ryan Kukulis, one of the best, taking a big left-handed shot way out front. And it was turned away by Wyatt Hill in goal for the Chaparral Firebirds. 5:12 left to go here in the first quarter. Now, I'll tell you what, I guess I don't need to say it. Goes without saying. Chaparral needs a score, and they need one right now. Carter Smith, their leading scorer this year, number 9. Cade Bluen, second on the team with 42 points. Charlie Felix is third, Justin Gray fourth, and Gilligan fifth. That's your top 5 starters. Scores for the Chaparral Firebirds. First quarter action, DV has scores from Votto. He has 2, including an assist. Callahan and the sophomore Macy. And a capacity crowd here at Arcadia High School. There is a flag down. And I believe we're going to get a 30-second technical foul. It's going to go against the Thunder and Ryan Kukulis. So it's going to put Chaparral in a position that where they need some points. So a man-up situation for 30 seconds. Smith around the horn to Felix. 37 is Avery Brown. Around their 6th leading scorer in terms of overall points. And they throw it away and they kill the man-up situation. So both teams at full strength. And Dale McLaughlin leads it up ahead. Ryan Kukulis, outstanding midfielder, gets it into the offensive half for Desert Vista, who leads it 4-0 here in the first. Working around to Kyle Kerner. Kerner, 25 points during the regular season, one of the top scorers on this team. Of course, Desert Vista had 4 players with at least 40 points. Good look on the weak side. And corralling it is Wyatt Hill, the goalie for Chaparral. Firebirds need to light a fire here on the offense if they're going to get back into this game. And now Noah Plotkin, the outstanding junior defender, will clear it out for the Chaparral Firebirds. Division I state finals. Plotkin still in possession of the ball. Ben Macy pries it loose. Plotkin handles the stick as well as any pole in the state. Finally gives it up and then actually threw it away. So a ground ball credited to Cade Van Raphorst, who's heading to Duke and not on a football scholarship but lacrosse. Kukulis across midfield. Wants to pull the trigger and now gets it over to Max Jensen, who had a big semifinal game. Jensen swimming through, takes a shot. It was blocked and turned away by Wyatt Hill. Ground ball by Brant Bills. And another score. Max Jensen makes it a 5-0 lead for the Desert Vista Thunder, and a little bewilderment on the faces of the Chaparral Firebirds with 1:49 left to go here in the first. And as Chaparral, who lost to Desert Vista back in the first week of the season 14-8, Desert Vista did the same thing they did that night as they have done here tonight. They reeled off the game's first 5 points. Face-off win, Desert Vista. Looking to go up 6-0. Charlie Felix on a nice job. And Shap does a good job of clearing it. Here's Connell. And a wide pass. And Cade Van Raphorst, he disrupted that because he slid, he made the slide and forced what, well, really wasn't a bad pass, but it was a little off. And then he ends up picking up the ground ball, and they'll clear it up ahead. Chandran. Good ball rotation. And Wyatt Hill doing a good job. Even though his team has given up 5 points. Max Jensen caught in the corner. This is a good matchup here. Jensen against Plotkin. Plotkin number 33 for Chaparral. Max Jensen, one of the 4 that scored 40 points during the regular season. He takes a left-handed shot, no good. Here's a putback off the rebound, and it was Nick Kapler. 6-0 DV. And they are putting on some kind of scoring exhibition here in the first quarter. This may be the highest one-team score for a quarter, for a first quarter in league history. Carter Smith pulling the trigger, left it a little high. Final 30 seconds of quarter number 1. Well, if you're wondering what is the highest score in league history, it's 14, and Chaparral did it twice. They did in 2002 and 2005. We do not have the scores from the first 3 Arizona Lacrosse League championships. Final 10 seconds of the quarter. And Charlie Felix comes up with a big ground ball there. And that'll take us to the end of quarter number 1. Dan Lannon's team 3 quarters away from repeating. They lead 6-0. This is APN Video Sports. Drinks are $1. Auto Glass Perfection is locally owned and operated and a proud sponsor of the Arizona Lacrosse League. For over 15 years, Auto Glass Perfection's passion is glass. Their focus is on your satisfaction and safety. Call 602-953-7876, or you can go to their website for more at agperfection.com. Quarter number 2 coming up. Both teams pretty even in face-offs there in that first half. Callahan gets the win here in quarter number 2 and tried to score after getting his own face-off win. Getting the ground ball, I should say, off his face-off win, and coming down and trying to score all by himself, but he did that in the first. Well, recapping the scoring in that first period, and it was all, as you can see at the top of the corner of your screen, it was all Desert Vista. Votto at the 10:28 mark, followed by Callahan winning a face-off and racing right in to make it 2-0 10 seconds later. Macy scored with 8:46 to make it 3-0 Desert Vista. Votto, his second goal of the contest, came at the 6-minute mark. That made it 4-0. Then Jensen and Kapler both scoring to make it 5 and 6-0 at the 1:49 and 44-second mark, respectively. Now Chaparral settling in a minute into the second quarter, and they're on the wrong side of a 6-0 ledger. Gilligan, who had 4 goals in the first half last week, or I guess earlier this week against Brophy in the semifinals. Felix dodging, looking to go with that dominant right. Diagonal pass over to Gilligan. He lost it. It was a high pass. Kerner marks up his man over there. And Felix will go back to this deliberate style of offense at Chaparral. They just want to crack the ice here or break the ice and get on the board. And Smith is the guy to do it. He had 42 goals during the regular season, and a power left hand whizzes by Colin Smith. Carter Smith at the 10:14 mark here in the second makes it 6-1. So Chaparral is on the board, taking them nearly 14 minutes to get on the board against this mighty Desert Vista defense, who had the best point differential of any team in the state of Arizona this year in Division I play. In fact, you can throw in all the Division II teams, and none were more dominant than Desert Vista, and they probably could have been even more dominant if they wanted to. They had 4 20-point games this year, Desert Vista, and I can guarantee you they could have had a whole lot more if they wanted to. Vargas working out of X. Big season for him. 69 regular season points. Now Kukulis. And Ryan was their second leading scorer. Out front. And it's stolen away. Nice takeaway by the Shap Firebirds, but we got to stop and play. We got to push away from the ball on Chaparral. Give it back to Desert Vista, who leads at 6-1 here in the second quarter. So Desert Vista will regroup. They're led by Steven Votto's 2 goals and 1 assist, and he's got it now going up against Plotkin. This is a great matchup, and I'll tell you what, Plotkin won that battle. That was a tremendous job on the defense. He just was tenacious with the stick check, and the end result, Chaparral now requiring Wyatt Hill, their goalie, to bring it into the offensive half. Work it over to Weller, and Weller to Carter Smith, and Carter almost got that one to go. Big left hand. And of course, Smith has the only goal of the day for the Chaparral Firebirds. Second quarter action, they trail by 5. Chaparral in the white tops, red shorts. Desert Vista in the dark blue. Chaparral's first goal came at the 10:14 mark. Charlie Felix, good looking shot. Tight coverage by Kukulis. Shap gets it on the restart. Firebirds trail 6-1 here in the second. Felix has to he's going to have to score a couple if they're going to get back in this one. Desert Vista scored the first 6 points of the game. Smith has it taken away. Strong play by Vargas and Loken. Loken with a ground ball and gets it back to Smith, his goalie. And here is Desert Vista, and this is what they do so well. They are always forcing the issue. Coming down on the fast break, Kukulis with the right hand. And it's no good. Desert Vista. Kyle Kerner, 33, gets a support pass back. I'll tell you right now, I mean, if you're Dan Lannon, I mean, why not work the clock? Shorten this game up. You got a 5-goal lead. If it doesn't take away from the aggressiveness of your offense, which I don't think is possible with Desert Vista. Vargas looking to go left. I don't know if that was a save or if that was just a little wide to the left. Looked a little wide. And backing up was Jensen. So DV, of course, team closest to the ball on a missed shot. Closest to out of play. Gets the possession. A nice job by Gray, and Chaparral will have possession. You got two outstanding defensive midfielders in this game. Of course, Van Raphorst, that's hard to say sometimes if he's not. I mean, he can play midfield. He'll come in with a short stick. He'll play midfield. He'll play offensive midfield. He'll play defensive midfield, play defense. And, of course, you've got Justin Gray. I think two similar style players. Justin Gray, 35, the long stick midfielder, who's their 4th leading scorer this year. And look, there they are, Van Raphorst and Gray. And Cade went right by him. He's going to try to take the shot. He met Mr. Plotkin right out in front of the crease. Good job by Noah stepping up on the good defense by Cade Van Raphorst, but Desert Vista was backing it up, and they have the possession. Second quarter action, DV 6, Chaparral 1. Our Arizona Lacrosse League game of the week. Big left hand by Cade Van Raphorst, backed up again by DV. They got the possession. Arizona Lacrosse League, big game of the week. The Division I state championship game right here on APN Sports. Our website is apnvideo.com if you're interested in an athlete recruitment film or a team highlight. Dodging. Nice try to get it over to Votto, who has 3 points already in the game. Plotkin will restart it for the Chaparral Firebirds. Neil Connell back to Plotkin. Chaparral better hurry or they're going to get a failure to advance here. And Plotkin quickly gets it in there, but they still haven't gotten it into the offensive box or the restraining box. And now they finally do on the far side with Cade Bluen. Well, they've also got to get Cade into the act here offensively. That's Scott Christian over there on the far side, excuse me. 4:35 left to go here in the first half. Now watch 31, Cade Bluen out of X. Good instincts, outstanding skill set for a sophomore, for any, whether he's a sophomore or a senior. And a right-handed shot by Gilligan is no good. Avery Brown will restart it for the Firebirds. Can they cut this thing to a 6-2 deficit? Nice looking shot. Bud Neff applying the defense. Excellent save by Colin Smith of DV, but they throw it away. Shap's going to get it again. Timeout on the field. This one was taken by DV. Let's see if they get the possession. They lead it by a score of 6-1 with 4:03 left to go. You're watching the Division I state championship game. Chaparral does indeed get the ball. Coming out of the timeout. Nice clear by Felix into the restraining box. Backward pass, shot high. Gilligan, who had 4 goals last week against Brophy, and he left that one high. Gilligan on the restart, over to Felix. Desert Vista scored the game's first 6 points, lead by 5. Votto, Stephen Votto, leading all scorers with 3 points. 2 goals, 1 assist. Cade Bluen. Out to Gilligan. Kukulis. Good footwork, excellent defense. moving with the ball carrier. Felix, he can go left, he can go right. Gilligan, another try. Cade Bluen. Well, we mentioned Votto with 3 points. The other scores for Desert Vista was Callahan, Jensen, and Kapler. Felix on target that time, and it was off the cross of Colin Smith, the goalie. Shap on another try here. Inside of 3 minutes. And they are getting their opportunities with 2:44 left on the clock here in the first half. Now Carter Smith, who has the lone goal for the Chaparral Firebirds. Look for 31 here to get, look for him to come out of X. Went. Now 31, Cade Bluen. And he's going up against Van Raphorst. Two of the best here in the state. Zach Wheeler against Ryan Kukulis. Back to Bluen. Fake the diagonal pass. And back around. Gilligan, he's taken a couple of shots so far. Goes left, comes back with the right hand, and he's found the promised land. That was impressive. So after a 6-0 lead in the first period, Chaparral has scored the only 2 goals here in the quarter, and with 1:50 left to play here in the first half, they've cut the deficit to 6-2. And a face-off win for Chaparral. Chaparral with a 5-4 advantage at face-off, and Shap's going to call a very wise timeout here. We're watching the Division I State Championship. This is the Arizona Lacrosse League on APN. Jeff Lowry from Arcadia High School, Indian School, about between 40th and 44th Street here in Phoenix. 79 degrees, our game time temperature. A beautiful Saturday evening for Arizona High School lacrosse. Defending champion and winners of their last 33 in a row in state. The Desert Vista Thunder trying to become the 3rd team in league history to win back-to-back titles. Chaparral, Brophy, and if Desert Vista can hold on to this lead with an entire half to go, they would become only the 3rd team to repeat. If they win, they'll be only the 3rd team to have 3 or more state championships. Chaparral trying to play, I would imagine, for the final shot of the first half. Zach Weller, 22. Good defense. Kupfer forced him to throw into X. Cade Bluen being double teamed. And Van Raphorst, they're going to say a hold against Raphorst, but that was a tremendous defensive play there. And Chaparral running out of time here in the second quarter, trailing by 4. Kristen threw it away. With 7 seconds left to go. And let's see how Desert Vista plays out the final 7. They'll just fling it all the way down to the other end of the field. And it was intercepted. Can they take the shot? No, it was broken up nicely on the near side. Heads up defensive play, and that'll take us to halftime. Desert Vista leads it 6-2 over the Chaparral Firebirds. The D1 Finals will continue after this. Auto Glass Perfection is locally owned and operated and a proud sponsor of the Arizona Lacrosse League. For over 15 years, Auto Glass Perfection's passion is glass. Their focus is on your satisfaction and safety. Call 602-953-7876, or you can go to their website for more at agperfection.com. We're back at Arcadia High School. We're getting set to start the second half of this Division I state championship game. Desert Vista defending champions with a 6-2 lead. They scored the game's first 6 points, led by Stephen Votto's 3 points, 2 goals, 1 assist. Chaparral owned a 5-4 advantage in face-off wins in the first half after losing the first 2. But start the second half here. Desert Vista can't control it. Chaparral, who scored both of their goals in the second quarter, and now the ball's taken away. I'll tell you what, Dale McLaughlin, number 16, with all the talent on this Desert Vista team, I don't know if this young man gets enough credit. He does so many of the intangibles. As Votto has Outland Pride loose and taken away by Plotkin, and now I think they're going to get Noah for... Yeah, this is going to be offsides. So it'll be offsides, 30-second penalty against Chaparral, putting Desert Vista in a man up. Desert Vista has not scored since the 44-second mark back in the first, so they have went better than an entire quarter without scoring. They lead 6-2, looking for a big right hand here, and Kyle Kerner with 25 points during the regular season. 1 minute into the third period. It's been almost 13 and a half minutes since they have scored. And number 4, Cade Van Raphorst, has a short stick. He's in there as an attacker midfielder. Good ball rotation. Nice turn away there by Wyatt Hill in goal for the Chaparral Firebirds. Desert Vista on the backup. Penalty will be ending here momentarily. Both teams will be at full strength. Desert Vista with 6 unanswered goals in the first period. Chaparral outscored DV 2-0. Good look out to Ryan Kukulis, and then Ryan throws it away. Not sure whose fault that was. Max Jensen couldn't get the cross, couldn't get that ball into his pocket, and Chaparral throws it away. Gilligan was checking in on the fly. He never saw it coming. Desert Vista up 6-2 here in the third. Coming up on the 10-minute mark, Ryan Kukulis, who's been quiet offensively, but he can strike with lightning-like quickness as well as anybody. Plotkin on the defense of Votto. His pass, it's out to Kerner. The defense applied by Brawlin White. Plotkin got a stick on that one, disrupts the play, then kicks it out of play. So Chaparral's defense can restart here. Gray is 35. We're talking about Austin Gray, who was on this team, this Chaparral team, back in 03 or 04. I think it was the 03 team, and won a state title with this team. Well, it had to be 04 because they didn't win it in 03. Many regard the Chaparral 04, 05, 06 teams, maybe the 05 team is the best in league history, but I'll tell you, with the way the defense of this Desert Vista team has played over the last 2 years, I gotta tell you, I would say last year's Desert Vista team might have the edge as the all-time team in league history, because you gotta remember they had Abadessa, the all-time scorer. This team doesn't have Abadessa. Not saying they need him this year. And Lance Pavlina, who is one of the great face-off. And there's Ryan Kukulis, a senior, scoring for the first time. Very patient offense by Desert Vista. 8:15 on the clock here in the third, and they have bolted out to a 7-2 lead. Their biggest lead of the game is 6. And the lead right now stands at 5. Ian Nadell, excellent job on faceoff. A 7-4 advantage Chaparral in faceoff wins after losing the first 2, including Ben Callahan's race to the goal, where he picked up the faceoff ground ball all in one stride and took it in strong for the score that gave Desert Vista a 2-0 lead. I think the goal that's really hurt Chaparral was the empty net goal that they gave up, and it was just a mental mistake. Votto picked up the loose ball on an errant pass. He picked it up about 15 yards in front of the crease and just walked in. I mean, he could have rolled it in. There was no one home for Chaparral, and that gave Chap a 4-0 lead. And I think Chaparral, I mean, if it could have went 3-1 at that point, if they could have held him there, not made that mistake, as Smith creates and pays the price, and he went into one of the most physical players in league history in Cade Van Raphorst, who's heading to Duke next year and could be on the verge of his second consecutive state championship for Desert Vista. By the way, we did not mention this at the top of the broadcast. This is the third consecutive finals Desert Vista has been in. And they lost 6-5 2 seasons ago to Brophy in what was one of the great finals of all time. It was a great defensive game, 6-5 the final score. And Desert Vista could have easily won that one. Carter with the big left again, no good. Carter Smith. Great look out front, Felix DeBluen. Cade Bluen with his first goal of the contest. And that gives Chaparral some life with 6 minutes and 16 seconds left to go. And credit Charlie Felix with a very patient, good vision, and a quick short stick pass. And what a backdoor cut. I don't know if you want to call that a backdoor cut, but it was a great cut by Cade Bluen. Face-off victory belongs to Desert Vista when we are halfway through the third period. Desert Vista with a 7-3 lead. Their largest lead has been 6. Chaparral has not held, nor have they been tied in this game since 0-0. Third quarter action, Desert Vista in their third consecutive Arizona Lacrosse League State Championship final. Vargas. Yeah, I'll tell you what, you got to give DV a lot of credit. I mean, both Vargas and Kukulis have only scored 1 point today. Nice save. Wyatt Hill. Good look. And the shot and the score. John Rose. And I believe they're going to give the assist to Votto, giving him 4 points. It is 8-3 in favor of the defending champion Desert Vista in the dark blue uniforms. Chaparral is going to get their 8th face-off victory against 5 for Desert Vista. Gray across the halfway line. Takes a shot. He was tripped on the play. There's no flag. Good defense by Chris Loken. And now Loken trying to pick up the ground ball, and he does. Outstanding stick skills for a pull. Chris Loken, 3-year starter. Shot by Vargas off the quick pass by Grossnickel, a pair of seniors for Desert Vista. 8-3, the Thunder lead it. Trying to win their second consecutive state championship. Coming off a 15-0 record after their semifinal victory over South Point. Loose ball, great quick pass. Jensen turned away by Wyatt Hill. An outstanding play by the junior goalie. Now they work it around to Votto, and at point-blank range, it's Hill again. But then he throws it away. Ball goes into the offensive half of Chaparral, and Cade Bluen quickly over to Gilligan. Chaparral needs a score. 8-3 Desert Vista. We are in period number 3. Here's Charlie Felix, who has 1 point on an assist to Cade Bluen back at the 6:16 mark here in the quarter. Inside of 4 minutes left to play here in the third. Still hope for this Chaparral team. Still plenty of action left. But they got to score more than what at the rate they have been so far in this game. And that was a nice looking dodge. Shooting off the dodge was Trevor Wimp, but then turned away by Colin Smith, who's having a tremendous game in goal for Desert Vista. Another good look. Avery Brown. Good defense. You got Gannon Kupfer, number 6. The midfielder McLaughlin, number 16 for Desert Vista. Down on the crease, Cade Van Raphorst. 23, Chris Loken, making up this great Desert Vista defense. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say number 22, Ryan Kukulis, who just made a nice play there. Cade Bluen trying to create. Tough to do against Van Raphorst, who's a man amongst boys out there. He's so strong that, I mean, he can pry the ball loose from an offensive player with little effort. Chaparral desperately needing a goal, and that's the young man they wanted, the senior Charlie Felix. He left it high. He had a good look. Chaparral's had 3 good looks in this possession. Carter Smith. Great move. Left it too high. Pretty good defense over there by the senior Chris Loken. Another opportunity. That is the 6th shot on this possession. 0 for 6 in shooting just on this possession alone. That last one was Avery Brown. Cade Bluen, who has 1 of the 3 goals. Here's Gilligan. He's got 1 of the Chaparral 3 goals scored here, as the Firebirds trail 8-3, and they're eating up a lot of clock. McLaughlin all over Charlie Felix. Good poke check there to pry it loose. Felix will restart it. The senior taking the big right. McLaughlin, or maybe even Kupfer, with a poke check there, got a part of the stick. What was this, 8 shots on this possession alone? Smith. And that one turned away by Colin Smith. 9 shots on this possession and nothing for Chaparral. Gilligan against Ryan Kukulis. Smith, he's had 3 of the shots. Trevor Went. De-sticked. McLaughlin again. A fantastic defensive play. Quickly into the offensive half. Votto turned away by Wyatt Hill. How in the world did Votto, with all that talent, miss that one? He'd like to have that one back. That's the 2nd time he's been in that close, and Wyatt Hill rising to the occasion. And you cannot afford to give up a goal right now if you're Chaparral. You cannot go down 6 as we are winding down quarter number 1. Votto, good move, swimming through the defense, and he finds the back of the net with a whistling shot. Unassisted, 3rd goal of the contest for Votto. He has 5 points. That comes with 28 seconds. And it's 9-3 in favor of Desert Vista. They may very well be a mere 12 minutes plus away from their second consecutive title. Ian Nadell can't corral it. Face-off win, Desert Vista. Final seconds of quarter number 3 in this Division I state championship. Shap with the good defense. Nadell battling Vargas. Picked up by Callahan. Over to Kapler. Or check that, Kyle Kerner, and he'll take the shot prior to the buzzer, and that will end quarter number 3. Chaparral has their work cut out in the fourth. They trail 9-3. This is the Division I state championship game on APN Video Sports.
Saves from Chaparral. Wyatt Hill. For Desert Vista, Colin Smith was 7.
Auto Glass Perfection is locally owned and operated and a proud sponsor of the Arizona Lacrosse League. For over 15 years, Auto Glass Perfection's passion is glass. Their focus is on your satisfaction and safety. Call 602-953-7876, or you can go to their website for more at agperfection.com. Well, we've seen a lot of great action in this game. We've seen one of the great teams in Arizona Lacrosse League history coming out against a very, very good Chaparral team. They've dominated. They lead at 9-3. Primarily on the offensive half, they came out, scored the game's first 6 goals. And we start the fourth period as they continue to battle for the face-off. And it's Cade Van Raphorst with a nice clear to Loken. Face-off's pretty even right now. DV has won 7 of the 15. And now Votto with a game-high 5 points, pulls the trigger. Left that one a little high. Excellent job once again by the Firebirds goaltender, the junior Wyatt Hill. Second try here. Vargas has yet to score a point in this state championship game. Jeffrey block and goes around block and scores. Vargas is on the board for the first time, and it's 10-3 with 11:17 left to go here in regulation. Ian Nadell battling in there as Nicholas Kapler handles this face-off for Dan Lannon's Desert Vista Thunder. DV now with a 7-goal lead. This marks the largest lead of the game. Got a good crowd here on hand. Lacrosse very strong. I think the people of Arizona excited about one of the largest growing sports in the country. And folks, if you got a young one who wants to play an exciting game, we invite you to go to the ArizonaLacrosseLeague.com website for more. 2 of the top 3 teams, the third-seeded Chaparral Firebirds in the white tops, the dark uniform defending champion Desert Vista. We're in the fourth period. Here's Ryan Kukulis, one of the top midfielders, one of the top players in the state. He's attacking, he's shooting, he goes top shelf, and he's got it. Kukulis unassisted with 10 minutes and 34 seconds left to go, and that makes it an 11-3 ball game. Kukulis with his second goal of the contest. DV gets the face-off win. And almost got an instant goal out of Callahan. Callahan with 153 regular season face-off wins. Nadell was credited with 170 for Chaparral. And now Wyatt Hill going to take it all the way down. Good look by Bluen, and somehow it was saved by Colin Smith. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable save. Smith hustles back, had the wherewithal to bounce up, and he outbeat Cade Bluen to the end line, and they have the possession, Desert Vista. All in all, a phenomenal play. Gross-Nickel on the clear. Work it over to Chandran. Desert Vista, Votto. Votto has 3 goals. He has 2 assists. Five points for number 11. I'm not sure what Max Jensen was doing. Maybe he wanted the crowd to make a little more noise. Vargas, who has 1 goal, has it taken away. Felix, good defense, and Barrett Prosch. And now Plotkin will try to clear it as he gets it over to Wyatt Hill. I know that Chaparral's given up 11 goals, but Hill has been really spectacular in goal. And it's not all his fault. Carter Smith couldn't get it away as Desert Vista tries to clear it along the near side. Levi Higgins, one of the many seniors on this DV team. And they finally clear it. Chaparral applying tenacious defense. And now you're going to get a cross check against Jeff Block. Oh, no. My bad. That's a timeout. Desert Vista. That possession took a long time. 11-3 DV. 8.5 minutes away from celebrating their 2nd consecutive state championship unless Chaparral can get that offense going. Getting some great shots from our camera high atop of Arcadia High School. Ryan Kukulis. He has scored 2, both coming in the second half, and he'll restart it here. 27, Max Jensen. Far side, Ryan Kukulis. Great matchup there with Justin Gray. And did this shot go in? It did. Ryan Kukulis over to Kyle Kerner. That's going to be considered an unassisted goal, and it is now 12-3. Wow. So 12-3, Desert Vista with the lead. And again, adding on to their largest lead of the game. Outstanding ground ball by Bud Neff, a very talented player. Another senior, Kukulis. And the late flag coming in. This might be going against Noah Plotkin, and that's going to be a cross check against Noah Plotkin. So an illegal cross check, a 1-minute infraction. And Desert Vista now looking to go up double digits. Kerner, Kukulis, and Ryan has a hat trick. So Kerner on back-to-back scores by Desert Vista has a goal and an assist. This one coming at the 7:39 mark, and it's 13-3. Ian Nadell. Smith. Carter Smith. McLaughlin on the defense. Good move. Inside move. Turned away. Colin Smith having a phenomenal game in goal for Desert Vista. 13-3 Desert Vista here in the fourth. McLaughlin on the clear. The quick pass. Votto. Check that 17, Daniel Stepp. Good job on the defense. Wyatt Hill. Plotkin battling for that ground ball, and Jensen comes up with it, racing, moving right. Excellent defense. Neil Connell, the sophomore. And this will be out of play off Chaparral. Desert Vista scored the first 6 points of the contest, led 6-2 at the half, led 9-3 after 3 periods of play. And here in the fourth, they have had 4 goals, 4 uncontested goals. Vargas, Kukulis, Kerner, and Kukulis again. Ryan with 3 goals, Votto with 3 goals, leads all scorers in this game. Stay with us. At the conclusion of this game, we will have the post-game awards presentation and, of course, the Division I State Championship trophy. And right now, it looks like it's Desert Vista for the 2nd consecutive year. Ryan Kukulis with 4. Check that, 3 goals here tonight. Votto with 5 points on 3 goals and 2 assists. Neil Connell, the sophomore on the defense. Desert Vista in no hurry right now. They can work for the good shot. Time is on their side, and more important than that, the scoreboard is on their side to a 10-point deficit. Here's the dodge. Out top, good look, shot, score. Levi Higgins. And Votto has a hat trick not only in goals, but also in assists. He's got 3 goals. He's got 3 assists. 5:06 left to play here. Well, I'll tell you, the face-offs have been pretty even here. So I don't know how much of that plays into this game. I think it's been the great defense of this Desert Vista team that has really set the tone. And their offense has been outstanding. They have scored 28 points against Chaparral this year. They won 14-8 back in early March. Cade Bluen, check that, Avery Brown takes a shot, comes up empty-handed. Chaparral has had their opportunities in this game. The shots on goal are pretty even right now. But Colin Smith and the defense, they've been tremendous, number 12. As we got a timeout with 4:35 left to go here in this Arizona Lacrosse League Division I State Championship game. Justin Gray, nice move, frees himself up and goes in with a big, strong right hand. So Gray gets it back to a 10-point deficit with 4:18 left to go. Gray scores his first career point in a state championship game. Chaparral was in the state championships back in 2012 when they lost to Brophy. They beat Brophy in the 2011, and that was the team's 7th. As Ian Nadell goes for the shot here off the face-off win. Fourth quarter, Desert Vista by 10. Charlie Felix trying to get up off the schneid here. Gilligan, another save by Smith. This is Trevor Wendt. Good ball rotation, nice looking feed. Russ Gilligan, but missed the shot with 3.5 on the clock. Avery Brown has had his opportunities. Cade Bluen trying to score for the 2nd time. Excellent defense. Derek Hicks, the senior. Brown, shot, denied. Colin Smith, he's been a tough nut to crack here tonight. In goal for Desert Vista. So we approach the 3-minute mark here in the final period of this Division I State Championship game. You're watching high school lacrosse, Arizona Lacrosse League on APN. And our encore game cast. Good look there by Carter Smith, and he left it high. Smith getting a little help from his defense. including 68, Andrew Basha. I can't believe the amount of missed shots by Chaparral. They have had ample opportunities. Out of X, Bluen takes a shot, and this time they finally got one to go. So Cade Bluen finds the promised land, his second goal of the day, and it's 14-5 with 2:30 left to go. We'll see a lot of Cade Bluen the next couple of years, as Chaparral will undoubtedly be one of the teams vying for a state title next year. Another one for Stephen Votto, his fourth. Stephen Votto has 7 points here tonight. Scores with 2:17, and it's back up to a 10-point lead. 2:30 left to play. Justin Gray wins the faceoff. Going up against one of the best, Ben Callahan. He'll take the shot. Smith with the save. And Desert Vista will try to clear it out. Ryan Kukulis. He has 3 goals here tonight. Races into the offensive half. He'll pass it up. Votto. And now Votto will reset it. Yeah, remember, Votto missed 6 games with an injured hand. And he's come out here on the biggest stage of Arizona Lacrosse League action, high school lacrosse, and has scored 7 points. That's a game high. We're inside of 2 minutes here in the 4th period. The defense out front, Jeff Block, who had just a solid, outstanding game against Brophy. A little cross-check action, and this will put DV in a man-up situation. They took a 6-0 lead as this one is intercepted by the goalie, and then he promptly throws it away. Van Raphorst trying to save it at midfield. And timeout, Chaparral. The crowd not making a lot of noise right now with 1:09 left to play. 15-5 is our score. You're watching the Arizona Lacrosse League on APN. Chaparral with possession, Charlie Felix. And what a job by Cade Van Raphorst. He pries it loose. He gets the first-time ground ball. Heads down into the offensive half. Bounces off one defender. Slices through another one. He shoots and he scores. What a play by Cade Van Raphorst. And what a night for Desert Vista. Unassisted goal, and it all started with the great midfield defense by Cade Van Raphorst. He raced to the ground ball, got it into the offensive half, and extends his team's lead to 16-5. DV has scored 2 in a row. What a night for Stephen Votto, 7 points. And he has just been named the Arizona Lacrosse League Division I State Championship Most Valuable Player. What a night for Stephen Votto, his final game in high school. Number 11, one of the all-time leading scorers in league history, and he's going to come out of the ball game. Down to the final 12 seconds. Chaparral will try to add one more before it's all over. Down to 7 seconds. And the shot taken, no good. Picked up by DV, and it's all over. And the 2015 Division I Arizona Lacrosse League state champions are the Desert Vista Thunder. 16-5, our final score.
And the Desert Vista Thunder.
What a season of Arizona Lacrosse League action. Desert Vista wins their 2nd consecutive Division I title in dominant fashion. Congratulations to Coach Dan Lannon, assistant coaches Harrison Crawford, Jeff Kuhn, Cody Wood, Eric Ho, and the entire Desert Vista lacrosse program. They reign supreme again for the second consecutive year. Desert Vista wins it 16-5. Stay with us for the trophy presentation. My name is Jeff Lowry with APM Video Sports. So glad you could join us. Our next Encore Gamecast will be next week's All-Star Game played at Scottsdale Sports Complex. That'll be Friday, the 14th of May. Check that, the 15th of May. We'll have all the play-by-play action. Congratulations to Austin Gray, Connor, and Kyle Klein, and the rest of the coaching staff of Chaparral. They did a tremendous job going 13-2. Stay with us. We'll have the trophy presentation coming up next.
Number 4, Kate Van Raphorst. Number 11, Stephen Votto. And number 6, Gannon Cutler. And their head coach, Dan Lannon, to receive the trophy from Ben Jones. Valuable player from tonight's game with 4 goals, 3 assists, number 11, Stephen Votto. Thank you everyone again. Thanks to Arcadia High School.
Reserve your next sporting event today with APM Video Sports. Call 623-936-5585 or go to our website at apmvideo.com. Our athlete recruitment films have paved the way to over $35 million in scholarship offers. APN is Arizona's leader in sports video coverage.